Hi, I'm Cole Forsyth. I'm a part-time employee at Kroger's, and I'm a full-time student at Clark State. And I'm going to be taking a look at some of the terms today that have been most applicable to me and that I've seen in the book thus far. So let's get started. First impressions. So I said clothing can give an impression before words can ever be spoken. And I think that's the case always. If you're meeting someone new, you'll definitely notice what they're wearing, how like they're groomed. You'll notice that before you ever actually speak to them. Self-esteem. Okay, so here on the left side, I'm looking a little skittish, a little standoffish, a little nervous and afraid of confrontation. Whereas on the right side, I'm being open, I'm being positive, and obviously I'm available for conversation, anything of that nature. Self-conflict, you'll be faced with this every day. You'll have decisions that you weigh in your head every single day, and you'll hopefully try to choose the best one for yourself in the moment. Now, it's easy to get ahead of yourself and make decisions that may hurt you in the future, but that's part of, figuring out your conscience and learning your rights from your wrongs. All right, how to deliver advice. In the picture here, I'm trying to be open, trying to be constructive and assertive, and helping her in any way I can possible. And it goes on a person-to-person type basis. So depending on the type of person, you may have to change the way you approach it, but it's obviously different for everybody. Cultural differences. Okay, the picture here I got is sushi, and it shows even like the small little things that you never think of when you're comparing like cultures, like food. You'd never think to compare that. But obviously, we don't eat sushi here very often as a culture, whereas in Japan or China, they do. So, all right, cultural sensitivity. This is a picture of me reading the New Testament. Really, cultural sensitivity to me is just not having a pre-notion of another type of person, rather that be another type of person of color, of religion, of ethnicity, any of that. You don't want to have any presumptive thoughts on them, pretty much. Culture shock. Okay, so this picture here is a man taking a bow, and this woman is holding out her hand to do a handshake. This is just another example of small differences between cultures that you never think of, and it's kind of shocking. Like going to another country as a foreigner, you want to keep the same customs, but you do realize that there are different ones wherever you go. Nonverbal communication. Okay, so my facial expressions in this are tired, exhausted. You can tell that without even having any, context of it. Um, Nonverbal communication can be achieved with facial expressions, with looks, anything. You think of it, you can nonverbally commute without talking. Forming relationships. This was my girlfriend and I, our first week of dating. It's really just about forming relationships and having a mutual trust and being able to communicate with one another in times of need. Communicating relationship. All right, this is my girlfriend, our most recent picture, almost a year after that last one was taken. Communication is key, really. It is. You must have communication to maintain a healthy relationship, rather that be with friends, with significant others, you name it. You have to communicate with people to remain a healthy relationship. Here's some more pointers. Self-communication or interpersonal communication is a skill everyone possesses and uses in different ways. They ponder options, they have different motives, and their thought processes are never the same as another person's. Different cultures are everywhere. Instead of creating generalizations, form your own opinions and be respectful of others unless given a reason not to. Other cultures have knowledge and experiences like yourself. Theirs may just be a little different. Don't be afraid of people who don't worship, dress, or have the same skin tone as yourself. And finally, relationships of all kinds take honesty and communication. Quit the guessing game and communicate. This makes relationships of all kinds much healthier and sturdier. Thank you.